What is up, rivals? Sawcasm here, and this is what a base under construction looks like. This is a base I'm currently working on. You can see it's an absolute mess. It's disgusting, but good thing this is not a base defense video. Today I'm going to show you guys what I think is the absolute best composition from Stronghold 7 and up. So don't forget to leave a like rating if you do enjoy, subscribe if you are new for some more rival kingdoms. With that said, let's get into the video. Alright, so this is the base we are going to be attacking for demonstration purposes. Kind of weird they have Primus Conduit out in the open. I wish they would have watched my Primus Conduit guide video, but they don't. So we're going to build a squad. First, we want some sort of troop to soak up damage. So we have a couple choices here. We can either go with Soldier or Mauler. Now, this is assuming you don't have the Ancient Hegar, because if you're running that, I usually wouldn't run Mauler, but either way, it's still a good choice, not a bad choice, but personally, that's my preference. But for this case, I'm going to assume you don't have Hegar, because I don't know what Ancients you guys have access to, so we're going to run Mauler in this particular case. Then we are going to follow up with some damage. So I'm going to run Wardens. That's what I have upgraded the most. There are situations when Mana Hunters can be viable if there are some true portals exposed. Maybe run one of them to get the extra mana, but for the most part, the Wardens deal a lot more damage, like a significant amount more damage, and overall it's just a lot better. You could upgrade them more and stuff like that. So right now I have at Stronghold 11, I have access to 5 true portals total. So right now we have 1 tank unit. We're using the Maulers. We're filling up the rest of them with the Wardens, except for 1 open spot. So as you upgrade your Stronghold, you will get access to more true portals and allow you to use more Wardens as we upgrade even more. Once I get to Stronghold 12, I can have yet another set of Wardens, but we want to keep the last space available for these Paladins, which is super useful. This is why I recommend this build for Stronghold 7 and up, because that is when you get the Paladins. I suggest you invest in the that rhymes. I suggest you get the Paladins super quickly, because they are absolutely critical to destroying some bases that you would not otherwise be able to destroy. So what we're gonna do is find the okay, this is kind of weird concept, but bear with me. So we want to find either the strong point to attack, meaning if they have a bunch of really good defenses grouped up together, we probably want to focus those down, especially if they are long range, such as a catapult and arrow launcher, or they will absolutely wreck us. So that's the strong point. Or we can attack from the weak point, a section with not a lot of walls. I would consider that a weak point, and you know, these true portals, because the true portals don't do anything to defend other than soak up damage. But by doing this, we would actually get through the walls quickly, we would get a bunch of mana on the way, and this would allow us to get to the stronger defenses and attack a little bit easier and make everything easier with our spells. So we're going to start off by doing that. We're going to attack from this direction. I'm actually going to start off by sniping off these true portals if possible with my dragon. Not always possible, and sometimes you do want to save them for last, but when you see an opportunity to snipe, go for it. So we're going to take out these true portals now. Because of this, we could have used soldiers to place them inside, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm still going to stick with the Maulers. So I'm going to place the Maulers outside, and I'm going to follow up with the Wardens. Now, if you only have 2 true portals at Stronghold 7, that's fine. But then we're going to place the Paladins after the Maulers start to get hurt. That's the super important part. I see people, oh, that was a fail, but I see people all the time. They place the Paladins down first or just right away, and it doesn't work like that, guys. Paladins are not tanks. Despite what you may think from like other games, Paladins in this game are actually meant primarily to heal. If you want a tank, you take Maulers or Soldiers. I don't mean to preach you guys like, take Maulers or Soldiers, stop taking the Paladins, but you know, if you are going to use Paladins, they are super useful for placing on troops that are already damaged and not so useful for tanking. I see people get that wrong all the time. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do now is just run the same troop composition, except we're taking Soldiers in the first slot instead of the Maulers. So the reason for this is because we are going to actually attack from here, which I would consider a weak point. We get a couple of true portals down really quick, get some mana, hopefully while avoiding that Skywatcher, but if not, it's going to be okay. We're going to take out his gold, get some nice gold on the way there. I don't recommend actually focusing down gold smelters and storages. Those you kind of get at the end after you destroy the stronghold anyway, because going on streaks is a lot more important than getting a little bit of gold. And you know, of course, that is subjective a little bit. Maybe for you, 40, 50K is a lot, but it definitely is better to go on streaks than to just get that extra gold, you know? So, okay, we're probably going to get our dragon taken out here, but that's perfectly fine. This is even better for demonstration purposes. So we're going to place our Wardens down first in this case, because we don't have anything over here that can kind of hit them while they are this far out of range. Now, once we get to the catapult range, it's going to be kind of dangerous, but that is okay. Now that we got all that mana, we're going to place our Breath of Ra skill, and now once we breach the walls, we can place our soldiers in there, and now we're actually going to heal up. And now this may seem a little bit weird, but the reason for this is because our soldiers are kind of meant to, I don't want to say kamikaze, but they are just, you know, they're just there to soak up the damage for the wardens. Now, you would think it'd be very good to place the paladins down on the soldiers to heal them up so they could do more tanking, but then the paladins would get taken out in that exposed spot that you destroyed the building, and it just makes it a lot harder for your wardens to stay alive without the paladins. So I recommend using the paladins for the backline in this specific scenario. Now, this is super good all-purpose strategy, so it doesn't really matter what ancient you use, doesn't really matter what dragon, but there are a couple of options when it comes to when to use your dragon. Do you want to use it first and try to snipe off a few towers, or do you want to take out all these towers, all these defenses with your troops, and then use the dragon in a good position to snipe off the stronghold when there's nothing there in range that could take down air units? Because there's quite a few situations where all I have is my dragon left and a perfect opening to the stronghold with only, like, say, a catapult around it, and you could actually use the dragon to take out the stronghold then, because the catapult wouldn't be able to do anything. So what we're going to do now is actually save the dragon for last. We're going to run the same strategy as we did before, and yes, let's go for that. We are going to be in range of the catapults this time, most likely, so that's going to be a little bit dangerous, especially, yeah, well, that's going to be a little bit dangerous, but it's okay, not that big of a deal. We'll be able to heal it up with the paladins. Now, the gold smelter, all right, this is actually a perfect example of what not to do. The gold smelter usually doesn't give you enough space to place down troops down. Sometimes it does if there's a little bit space next to it, but if it's just a gold smelter surrounded by stuff, it's not going to be able to do that. So you see right now, we cleared out most of the defenses around it. Once we finally clear out that watchtower, now we can place a dragon right on the stronghold, and nothing is going to be able to get in range of it, pretty much. And that is exactly what we did, and we were able to take it out. Now, of course, my troops were still alive, but in the case that they weren't, we would still have been able to take out that stronghold with that dragon and get the win, and then possibly fly over to the gold storages, the gold smelters, and get the extra gold from that. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed my extremely sloppy base. With that said, don't forget to leave a like rating if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Once again, I said it, I'll just say it again. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll just say it again. I hope you enjoyed. Peace.